This is the formula reporting back to you yet again with something amazing about the Amazon and then the circulation of financial power theory. And I say it's a theory because I have my fact about it, but I have to introduce it to you as a theory until you look at it yourself. And so thesecret.org, Esther Hicks, I have to rate her. She is probably the soul behind most of why everything good, I understand how to manifest it. Again, they speak of the science of attraction, as in there are laws of the universe, so it became universal attraction. And then there are laws of the land, which you must abide by. But then the laws of the universe are not contrary or against the laws of the land. And so, with that being said, let me draw you right back to the focus of the reason why I'm making this audio tape in the first place. Okay, so it is said through The Secret that when you look through your window, and you stay there thinking about something for quite a bit of time, events like it start to show up. So, I know I'm an Amazon FBA. I know I want to make money. I know I will make money. I've had other hustles, whereas I have references that will say to me, yeah, keep going forward. Trust me, we're not backing you. You'd be like, well, why are you not backing me is what I would presume your questions are. And I say, no. When someone says keep going forward, they don't need to back you. You know? And so looking out the window, with that being said, looking out the window, you see cars daily drive by. No one ever cares about the colors of the cars. They just care about wanting to have a car themselves when they see one. Subliminally or subconsciously, it's there. And so when you decide to think about that through the window a bit more, guess what? More cars start coming up. You start seeing cars on the television a bit more. You start reading books that are cars affiliated to. And then you pick up the newspaper and then you're drawn to the car that's sold for the price that you can afford it. Wow, that's the secret. What I have here is a small revelation about the colors of the cars. Okay, so I know I'm an Amazon FBA member. I know my account has some really hot products and some really cool products. And so they have become the blue and red color cars outside. How many times do I ever see the possible potential amount of money coming my way because I can see how many product related cars have gone by? Red cars, hot products, blue cars, cool products. And it doesn't matter whether it's hot or cold, or cool, should I say. But someone will say, oh, that's cool. And then someone, oh, yeah, that's hot. And then so it's like, that's your product cars. Those colors. Again, you see silver cars. What are the silver? The silver is obviously money. Because no one has never had a cent or a dime where they never noticed it. Or even a 50 pence piece. Down to the 20. Those are the realizations of the silver cars. When you see a silver van, however, it is a double of that validation. And so on. And so we get the luxury over here of having black minicabs. And in the States, you lot have yellow taxis. Yellow taxis are a times table, like the black minicab. It's a times table on the potential of how many silver cars that you've seen for that multiplication that you want coming your way. And listen to me, I know this sounds really coy and wishful thinking, but if you do not start to generate the wishful thinking, how can you obtain the hopeful cause? Which is not prevented, least of all, you listen to this audio tape and you don't act upon it. So the action, the homework is go to your window. Oh, I can't see out the window. Yes, you can. As in, like, you're going to say, oh, I can't see cars running by the window. Well, then you optimize, improvise. The current flow of information going by will be the current flow of how much financial power, you are beginning to break free of the mental enslavery of not having, or oh, I wish I had, or there's not enough going on, or there's poverty. Solicit those not, attract those not, release those thoughts, get to your window and say, look, I am taking control of the fact that I realize I'm the one that is povertizing myself because I won't cooperate with the laws of the universe. I cooperate with the laws of the land, do I not? I don't go out and rob a shop, no? But the laws of the universe say, ask, it is always given. When you seek me, you will find. When you knock on a door and no one answers, the open awareness is that you know that. So tell me, is the door still closed? Or is the cup still half full? So again, you see now the larger yellow taxis. That's Father. I like to call it that, just for lack of a better word. And over in Britain, we have large black minicabs, the larger ones. I like to call him Father. Do you know what he is to me? The frenzy. A frenzy to me is when everything flips and all the cars in existence turn to silver. Even though you might see them in red, green, blue and whatnot, again, they turn to silver. Your job in that one moment is to add up whatever figure you feel is substantial, significant, for the silver cars, silver painted cars, which for me in my moment is £50. So if I see 7 cars go by me, I'll be like 51, 52, 53, 50. Do you know? And so on. So when the frenzy happens, that's every car turned silver. And that is the potential that I am giving myself a focus point in order to attract, not achieve, attract. Because God makes the hard simple. And you've already got the simple being an Amazon FBA, being a chill crew at home. And within that power and authority, again, go to your window. So, say for argument's sake, you live close to a block that has an underground car park. That's my luxury here. So I've said the underground car park is my storehouse close to the Amazon FBA. I wish to become the CEO of that building. It's already occurring. And every time a car goes in there, whether it be white, black, silver, green, red or blue, is an affiliation to that storehouse. So again, the red are hot products. The blue are cool products. The green is the amount of money you would class as profit. But you see, when that drives in there, I would so solemnly dread and say to you, again, reinvest it. It's not worth your time until you are sitting in that seat where everybody is listening to you about the direction of where Amazon is going for them, not for you, for them. You've already achieved it. Again, looking out for them. You're being a big brother or a small brother. I would say little brother. You know, the reason why is because some people would love to say this, yeah? And the video game Final Fantasy 8 suggests that Big Brother, who's a summon, the brothers, literally called that, might suggest that the Big Brother comes out, yeah, I can ramp, all right, bang, 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 buduf, you know? And little brother's like, what are you on about? And then just picks him up and throws him up towards the enemy of the video game. What I'm trying to say there shortly is, you know, everything that you invest is always going to be big when I was little. In other words, it's always going to be a case of, do you know what? I got 10 grand today, but I'm only allowed to spend £1 on myself of that. So you begin to learn to hate yourself. You begin to learn to bind your stomach. When you bind your stomach, you can look at something. It could have tight squeeze you and one line and balance you. If you buy it, you're just going to say, well, maybe I can sell it. And your woman beside you might just say, "Do you know what? Have you thought about buying your mother's home?" By then, you just offer her a rose and a kiss. But again, the green, as I was saying, the green cars now are the amount of profit that you'll get from your revenue. The white and black cars are potential customers. So you add up the balance according to the balance of what you have perceived. So if you have seen 7 white cars and 10 black cars, you've only got 3 customers. 3 guaranteed customers. But again, play with this and make it your own. That's the only reason why I'm giving you this audio here. Not for you to follow my reign about how to do things. The hell no. The hell no. Trust me. I might have made it to the Amazon point, but try no. Do I own you? No. Can I tell you what to do? No. I can give you my foolish advice though. And in saying that, with that being said, take my foolish advice. When you realize the amount of financial power going on from your visual perceptions point of view, do not pet about realizing the world is literally in your hands at that moment. Take something very small. It can be a marble, it can be a pen, it can be a marker, you know, it can be anything to your liking. It can be a teddy bear. And when you grab hold of that, that is you saying, I'm taking my part of the world, but I'm also respecting the part of the world that is left behind. Why? They are my friend, they are my family, they are my cousin, they are my customer, they are my establishment, they are my reinvestment, they are my protocol to get out of bed and realize, wow, let me go ahead and just do something amazing today. And so feature products and feature promotions start to come up from nowhere because your focus is caring for what you realize. Oh my goodness, every cellulite in my body. Have you ever watched the cartoon The Simpsons? And you know how they all run into the room at the end, like that, the end of the introduction of them, and then Homer like zooms out. It zooms out from Homer. And it goes right the way round, and you see the whole of space, and you see those aliens, and you see that the rest of the world, and then bam, it comes out of his mouth, and he goes, wow. You see, if you lot don't have a wow, you're doing something right. You see, if you do have a wow, you're still doing something right. Because in that moment, when you've looked out your window, you've gone, wow. Because if you've got the clarity of what I've just said, you've realized the whole world exists within you and you exist within the whole world. It'll probably make you take 2 steps back, 1 step forward. Or it'll probably make you throw up at first when you realize it. The thing that happened for me was, again, the television started to talk to me. And they say, nah, you're mad, bruv. And I say, yes, financially backed by financial power, without, so they say madness without financial power. Again, so I realized it. I'm not trying to coax you guys off or cork your drink, but I'll say this to you happily. The world is your oyster. It's about time you understood that it is dual sexed. Yes. Clam, I think it's oysters or clams or yeah, it's definitely oysters. Oysters have the power to change their sex when the balance is distilled. So if there's too many women around, they'll turn more masculine. And if there's too many masculines around, they'll turn female. That's called being flexible. And you've got to be that. You've got to be ready and prepared to say, do you know what? At some point, I'm going to have to get out of my bed in the morning, brush my teeth, wash my face, have a shower, get clothed, have something to eat, probably not even finish it, go flying down the road 15 minutes beforehand so I can arrive earlier at the Amazon warehouse to remind myself that I used to be one of those guys working down there for $1 on a dime. And you know what? They don't know, and I'm not going to force them, but I'll just leave it on the board message, the board notice, that there's a capacity to become what I have by a simple way of staying at home. And yes, you will apparently lose candidates, but you will also be wise in regards to how many people do I know that really need a job right now? Sickle. So don't tell me there's a cliche or I haven't considered anything. I'll just let you have the moment where you have the option in your mind as a question. But I've said to you already in many of my other audio videos, have a question, write it in the comments box. You don't have to like what I'm saying. I refute to force people to presume that subscribing to me or liking me or commenting, well, apart from the commenting, because someone's going to have something to say. Trust me, always have something to say. It's a freedom of speech, freedom of choice. You see, if it was up to me, in my own experience, I would run through the streets naked with green gel all over my body, reading a Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly feel the urge to want to do that. And so if you feel the urge to want to leave a comment, base it as a question, and I will do the honorable thing. Instead of answering in the comment box and everybody seeing who I'm talking to, blah, 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 Data Protection Act, etc., I will leave an audio book here for you that draws you back as a personal event, and you're like, oh, but Punya Konaki, am I getting too involved? Well, that's just love, isn't it? And so, with that being said, please leave a comment and I will answer your questions by offering more audio videos. And excuse me. Take care and goodbye for now.